Hey, Jed Johnson here from dieselcrew.com. Here's the deal. About 2-3 weeks ago, sent an email out to all of my subscribers, and I was talking about some of the weight loss that I've experienced lately, and I wanted to see if anybody was interested in hearing about it. And I probably got 50 emails back from people saying they were interested in hearing about it. I would have liked to have gotten that article out. I would have liked to have gotten it written already, but I've been so busy with stuff that, doctor's appointments for the daughter and different things like that, I have not had time to do it. So if I were to wait until I had the time to actually write the article out, it would probably take another 2 weeks. So what I want to do is just cover everything in a video, and hopefully I can keep this fairly quick. So basically what happened was, in February, I looked down at the scale and I was extremely close to 280 pounds. And I don't really mind being that heavy. That's not a problem, in my opinion. I think I can carry that pretty safely. But the problem was I had to lean out so friggin' far in order to see what the scale said. So, and I had no clothes on at the time, so there was no clothes weight there. I was basically all of 280, and there was far too much of it in my gut. So I said, I got to do something about this. So I started to make some changes, and nothing really happened until several weeks later. So in March, I really started to get real with myself. Okay, because this is what I was doing. I was training hard, and I would eat pretty well during the day, but the results were not coming because my nighttime eating habits were crap. Okay? So, the very first thing I gotta say is you gotta be honest with yourself. If you're gonna eat like shit and expect to lose weight, you're not happy with your gut, and you're still eating like crap, you're not going to lose any weight. You got to remember the basics, okay? And I'm sure there's exceptions to the rule. I'm not a dietitian or a nutritionist or anything like that. But the easiest way to manage this stuff, guys, is calories in and calories burned. If you burn more than you take in, then you're going to lose weight. If you eat more than you burn, then chances are you're probably going to gain weight. Alright? So yeah, your natural metabolism factors in there, how active you are at your job factors in there, how much you work out, what kind of training you do, sure. It all factors in there. But the basics are calories in versus calories burned. So if you're taking in too many calories, you're not going to lose any weight. That was my problem. Okay? So, in March is when I really started to get pissed off about this, and I was like, I'm going to make some changes. And if any of you actually know me, you know that I can be very stubborn, and when I put my mind to something, it is a pretty good chance that it's going to happen. Okay, so finally, I just said, to hell with this, and I started doing it for real. That's what you have to do as well. If you're just joking yourself, if you're kidding yourself, and you're not doing everything that you're supposed to, then your results are not going to come, and you've got nobody to blame but yourself. Nobody's shoving the food in your mouth, I'm sure. So, here are some of the immediate changes that I made. Alright, the pattern here is around bread, okay? I'm not saying that bread is, don't go eat any bread, okay? I'm not saying never to put a starch in your mouth, okay? But I was eating far too much bread. That's one of the changes that I made right away. So breakfast. A common breakfast for me would be 4 eggs and 4 pieces of bread. So what I did is I quit making the over easy eggs, because with over easy eggs you end up dunking the toast in there, and then you have all this bread. So instead what I started doing is making scrambled eggs and 2 pieces of bread. So right then and there, and it's been this way for, 4 weeks now. I didn't write anything down. I don't write stuff down. I didn't take before pictures. I didn't do all that stuff. I just started making changes. So, right there, over the course of about 4 weeks, I've probably reduced, probably like 2 or 3 loaves of bread that I've eaten by myself. Okay, because I'm only eating 2 pieces of bread, and they're just the king pieces of bread. It's white bread. It's just the small, thin king pieces of bread. It's not like the low calorie stuff or anything like that. It's just your regular stuff. I was also on the weekends a lot of times making French toast. It was cold in the winter. A lot of times I'll have French toast before I go ice fish, and that's what I was doing. So I have not had French toast since February. Alright, so again, that's more bread that's been reduced. For lunch, I was having way too many sandwiches. And generally if I'm going to have a sandwich, then it's probably going to be 2 sandwiches and probably some like pasta salad or macaroni salad or something like that. I mean, the diet was not that good, guys. It was something that used to be awesome back in like the early 2000s when I got out of college. I was very, very disciplined, and it's just degraded over the years. So it got really bad. So I was like, no more sandwiches. All right, I've probably had a couple sandwiches since then, but not nearly. I mean, I was having sandwiches like 3 or 4 times a week. That's too much. So now, instead, I'm having meat with veggies and rice. I went to the store. You can get these bags of veggies and rice. It's already mixed together, okay? You just throw it in the microwave for like 3.5 minutes, and bam, you've got like this double serving of vegetables and rice. And then I also like broccoli. I like the white stuffed cauliflower. I like all that stuff, so I have that stuff too. So what I do is I throw all that rice and veggies into a bowl, and I'll put 2 teaspoons, just 2 teaspoons of sweet and sour sauce right in with that. Stir it all up, because I am a sauce guy. I'm a condiments guy. Like, I like my food like with gravy, with sauces and stuff like that. So what I do is I went and got whatever the La Choy sweet and sour, whatever it is, 2 teaspoons, a tablespoon won't fit in there. 2 teaspoons, throw that on there. It's nice and tasty, but I'm not having 4 pieces of bread. I'm not having macaroni. Okay, so the actual calories that I'm taking in is reduced. All right, people, the microwave isn't that great. It's not awesome. Okay, that's a fact. But you got to do what you got to do. My heater's going to come on. Please pardon the noise. Dinner. I am notorious for eating like breaded chicken, veal patties, different things like that. Have not eaten it in months. First thing we did is we went and got this big turkey, cooked up this big turkey, and I ate turkey for like an entire week. Who cares? I don't care if it's the same food all the time, all week. I vary it up, but who cares? I wanted to do it. You got to do what you got to do. Very little breaded food, very little bread at dinner, no buns. I don't eat a lot of buns and rolls anyway, but like if it's burgers, if we're having burgers, I'll just eat the burger. We've been getting the 90% lean burger, 2 or 3 of those on the plate, no bun. Kind of staying away from potatoes, no French fries, and very little pasta at night. So again, more bread and other empty calories, just gone. Okay? When you do things like that, changes happen quick. If you're constantly eating all that stuff, it's not going to come off. It's going to come off very slowly at best, and it's going to cause more frustration for you, and you'll give up. Dessert. I am notorious for eating chips, Doritos, different sweets. It's stupid. You just get in these habits, guys. I said, screw it, I'm not doing it anymore. What I went and got, and this is very tasty, this is what you do. You go get almonds, and then you go get either dried bananas, dried raspberries, or both, and you mix them in with the almonds. And if you're still a little hungry after you eat your dinner, go eat a couple handfuls of that. Awesome. Great. Lots of fiber, so much more fiber now, guys. I mean, I'm just crapping like a champion. But I mean, I feel great. Clothes fit better, far slimmer, and I can actually just look straight down and see what the scale says. Shakes. I didn't take any protein shakes for years. I just never have. It's never been part of my routine. I did start eating shakes in between meals when I get hungry, because when I get too hungry, I get a monster headache and I get really pissed off easily. So in between like a lunch and dinner, if I feel that I'm hungry, I'll grab a shake. I might have 3 shakes a week, and generally what it is 2 cups of milk, 2% milk, 2 scoops of protein powder, and then 2 teaspoons, well, they're heaping teaspoons, probably 4 teaspoons of peanut butter. Okay? It just makes it taste really good. I don't know how many calories it is. I don't count calories. I did buy a kitchen scale for weighing food. Haven't used it once. I mean, the weight's already coming off, and I haven't lost any strength. So I just haven't gone to the point where I'm measuring food yet. But I'm eating a lot of food. It's a lot of food. Most of the time I'm not hungry. You know, it's not like I'm going, you know, hours and hours without eating. It's not a starvation diet. It's not a crash diet. I just changed things up right away, and weight came off. Drinks. I would drink a lot of milk, like 2 glasses of milk per meal. We were going through gallon of milk every week. What I did was, instead of drinking milk, I went to water, or maybe some diet or diet caffeine-free soda. I know there's crap in the soda, alright? You don't have to drink the soda. It's just every once in a while, I want something with some taste in it. I reduced the number of coffees I was having. This is something that's gone on much longer than just the last couple of months. I used to drink like probably 4 or 5 cups of coffee a day. We got one of those Keurigs, the ones where you put like an individual thing of coffee in there, push the button and it makes a cup of coffee. You know, basically there was coffee around, so I would drink it. Now that you have to actually stand up, go walk over there and make a cup of coffee, I drink a lot less coffee now, because it's not just sitting there. You know, I didn't want to waste the coffee, so I would drink it and, you know, until it was gone. Condiments. I'm horrible with condiments. Ketchup. Oh my God. I go through a gigantic bottle of ketchup every week. Dumb. There's a lot of calories in ketchup. What you want to do is, you know, either work yourself off of that, or just basically quit right away. There's a lot of calories in there. Go to mustard. Mustard's got like no calories in it, unless it's like Dijon mustard. But if it's just like mustard, just plain yellow mustard, a lot of times there's like no calories in that. So I've done a little bit of that. But like I said, the sweet and sour sauce works pretty good on the veggies. And you know, really all I've had, as I think back, you know, hot dogs. Oh man, we used to eat a bunch of hot dogs. No, I've cut those out too. I mean, they're really not good food. I mean, these changes are not drastic, guys. It's just, I said, who needs all that shit? Who needs all the extra, you know, ridiculous calories? Doritos? Are you serious? Cheat days. Sometimes people get into habits of cheat days. You know, if I'm traveling, that's one thing, you know, but I haven't gotten into cheat days, because this is what a cheat day becomes. I cheat in the morning, I cheat at lunch, and I cheat at dinner. So basically I just cheated 3 times, alright? So I might cheat one meal, or I'll get a little bit looser on the strictness of the diet, but I mean, other than that, I haven't even really had to cheat that much, because the food tastes good, you know? No real training changes. I did start running. I have something called a Warrior Challenge coming up in July. I knew at 280 there was no way I was going to be able to do the mile beach run with a 40-pound sack on my back. So that was another motivator, I'll be honest. But at the same time, I mean, I was nice and thin, and when I turned 30, I'm 34 now, and I've just continued to put more and more weight on, and I just wasn't happy with that, so I wanted to make some changes. Some other things, there's a 2-minute burpee test in that Warrior Challenge, max pull-ups, and that mile on the beach, and I guess there's another mystery challenge as well. So I'm just gonna, I've added those in, but other than that, haven't done any extra cardio. I did ride the bike a few times in March, I think. You know, just short, like 5 minutes, right? If you're gonna do cardio, You either want to do like really long, slow cardio or really quick, hard cardio. All right. So I started doing I don't know how long I'm running. I don't have any beaches where I live. I'm in Pennsylvania, but I have a field right up here, and it's wet, it's muddy sometimes. You know, the grass is knocked over. So what I'm doing is, and I haven't run in years, so I go up there and I run back and forth across the hill, sometimes at a slant, and you know, I'll go. I've done it twice. The first time I walked a minute, I ran 3 minutes. Okay, so that's 4 minutes, and then I went 1 minute for walking and running back and forth, just alternating. Okay, so the next time I did it, I walked for 1 minute, I ran for 3.5 minutes, and then I walked for a half minute, and then I went back and forth, running, walking, jogging, walking. But it's hard work because I'm figuring it's going to be tough to run in the sand. And like I said, I have no sand here, so this is going to be the best I can do as far as replicating the difficulty of running. I haven't put the pack on yet because, you know, when I can walk and then run 5 minutes without dying, then I'll probably throw a pack on, but not until then. One change I did make is I saw a video from the Hodge twins, and they pointed to some research that showed if you wait a little bit longer to eat after you train, you get a better anabolic response. So what they said they started doing was waiting an hour and 15 minutes after they ate. So that's what I've been doing too. So the post-workout meal, I used to basically quit lifting, go upstairs and start eating, and I don't do that now. I wait a little bit. This is usually about 45 minutes to an hour, and then I eat, and it's a quality meal. I mean, again, a lot of protein as far as nicer quality meats. You know, some steak, not too much, but mostly it's been poultry and pork. I love beef. We have a lot of beef here. Just, you know, throughout the year we'll have a lot of beef here. It's just recently we haven't had a lot of beef. Mostly been having poultry. Weight training, you know, except for the specific preparation for that Warrior Challenge, my weight training has been the same. About 45 minutes of general strength, you know, body work, and then about an hour or hour and a half of grip, and then maybe a little bit of cardio. I have been doing some speed bag work, but other than that, you know, this week what I did was I trained Monday, weights on Monday, Tuesday was running, today's Wednesday, so I'm going to train tonight with weights. Thursday I'll run, and then I don't know about Friday. Sometimes I don't generally train Fridays because I train Saturday mornings. So that's what the plan is there. But guys, listen. I mean, like I said, I've got experience with you know, studying nutrition and stuff like that. I've taken classes and I have certifications. But here's the thing: I'm not a registered dietitian or anything. I'm not saying that this is the perfect way to eat. I'm not saying that I'm getting all the nutrients I need, like you know, zinc or anything like that. I haven't tested that. Okay, I haven't, you know, referenced any of that. But I'm telling you, if you're looking to lose weight, really, the concept is simple. It's like you got to burn more calories than you're eating. That's all there is to it. And if you're training hard, you're probably burning a significant amount of calories. You throw some cardio in there, you're going to burn more calories. You go for a walk or walk up the stairs instead of taking the elevator, you're going to burn more calories. So all that stuff adds up. If you do a lot of good things right, it's going to have a really nice benefit for your weight loss, your fat loss goals. Same with muscle building. You do a lot of things right, then you're going to see good results. If you have a few bad days or a few bad meals, or you make a few mistakes, you know, it's okay. You're going to end up on the better side if you're consistent for the most part. So that's really all it's about, man. I was 279 when I got pissed off. I am now 267. So that's a reduction of 12 pounds in not quite 4 weeks. It's a little bit over 3 weeks. And like I said, mainly I'll tell you, it's all the vegetables and rice mixed with the nice tasty sauce. Only 2 teaspoons. I mean, how much you can have at a Chinese place? Probably more than that. It's just enough to, you know, make a transition. All right. If it was just dry rice and vegetables, I might not like it that much, and I might be tempted to eat some garbage later on. So instead, what I'm doing is putting a little taste of that in there, mixing it all up, kind of like a stir fried. You know, it's got taste throughout. Tastes good. Something you're gonna eat. Something that tastes good is something you're gonna want to eat more than something that tastes like garbage. So if you're used to eating a bunch of trash for years, let's be honest. If you're used to eating a bunch of trash for years, and then you go right to, you know, only steamed vegetables, only chicken breast, is that gonna work? Maybe if you're, you know, as dedicated as I am right now. But I don't know if I would have been able to do that. You know, I had to take baby steps, but I'm taking a lot of baby steps all the time, and I'm not falling back, and it's working out pretty nice. All right. So I just wanted to share that with everybody that subscribes and supports me. I want to support you as much as possible. Any specific questions you want to ask me, feel free, leave them in the comments section below. I'll be glad to answer them. But listen, guys, it hasn't been too bad. Small steps, small strides, and it's all added up to some real good benefits. So I hope this video helps. I know it went longer than I wanted to, but I guess there's actually more stuff that I've been doing than I realized. All right, thanks everybody. Take care. Make sure to subscribe. See ya.